What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you haven't already touched the LaBelle, rang the doorbell, slap the LaBelle, you're missing out on these good, wholesome analogies, wordplay, puns on deck. And today we're looking at best dribblers in FIFA 21. 15 of them to be exact. If you're enjoying this series and you'd like to see a video about the strongest players, at least in my opinion, drop a like. It's free. It tells me, yes sir, we're looking for that. We're itching. We want to go to the gym with you. I appreciate it. Also, if you want your comments featured, let me know. What do you think of the players in this video? My list, and it is going to be controversial, to go with the strongest players you've used in FIFA. We can screenshot those, throw them on screen, give you guys some love. I always like to have a bit of a poll in terms of what's happening on social media in regards to the content, to the subject matter. Criteria, opinion-based. I made that clear. It's not price versus output. We're not looking at value. No icons, no team of the year, just so we have a little more mix and match, and one version of each of the players. So we're not going to mention one player and 5 different iterations of that player. And I'll be very transparent with all of you. This is not an easy list to make. There isn't a direct measurable with dribbling. It still comes down to the feel, the left stick, the speed of execution with skill moves, how a player is sprinting with the ball, their overall nuances, some of the traits and characteristics. These are facts. Armstrong. It's a good example, stat-wise. Armstrong really doesn't compete versus the rest of the top 15, which just reinforces how statistics are not everything in FIFA. Because I feel that he deserves to be in this position. There's a proper collab. We're talking about his statistical allocation or how it performs in-game. Cristiano Ronaldo. We could look at multiple versions. Told you, no team of the year, so we got an inform. Ronaldo keeps barely making it on to some of these specialist videos. And if I was making a video or taking into consideration how talented Cristiano is, he would be much higher. We'd be talking about a podium player. But that's not the case, Detective Mike, because I feel as if Ronaldo might dominate as a collective, or if we're looking at his total stats and how he actually is able to put them together in game. However, his dribbling, fantastic. Just to be up here, you've got that premium, but he's not the best in the game, or right up there, in my opinion. We'll see what you think. The return of Ben Yedderism. Even if his 89 overall might not be in a regular rotation, the king of the rat status, the ratata, the raticate, the splinter, the Mickey Mouse. I think we're just gonna talk about rats and mice and rodents. We got Speedy Gonzalez cartoon. I swear he was a rat. Who remembers An American Tail? Classic. Faisal Mousketits, Mouseketeer, Mouskewitz. I hope someone watched that movie. It came out before many of you were born, myself included, but it was part of my childhood. We got Tom and Jerry. Who could forget? Rat-a-tat-tooey. And yes, this is what we were talking about for Ben Yedder in a dribbling FIFA video. Papa Gomez. The mini Messi. That might be a little bit of some foreshadowing. Spoilers intended. And his price has came down significantly, which I predicted. I said that I'd be interested in making a pickup under 700,000 coins. That has now arrived, and he's an absolute example of quickness personified. Dybala. Not someone I've co-signed in FIFA. Always was missing something, but this version, this variation, this guy is electric. Lighten up your apartment. Turning on everything in the crib. Got the gas, or will gas you up, which doesn't really go hand in hand with electricity, technically. And he's a highlight-worthy attacker. You're gonna have moments that showcase that spotlight. Bernardo Silva. Got accustomed to watch my videos this year. I go with what I know. Foot freeze preferred. He's getting preferential treatment. If there was a wave, this is the one that I want to surf. Small, intricate touches. He's a maestro, a classic number 10, a tight roper, an investor inside and outside the box. Rivere, flashback, rewind, sticky, mechanical goodness. That is a compliment. We're dealing with turning. Also having the 5-star skills, helpful. A lot of you have stayed away due to price. I understand. This man is a couple of bags. Heavy ones. But it's not an issue with his performance, it's just the price tag associated with the purchase or the investment. Rivere does in fact confirm those true throwback vibes. Fadi, I haven't really decided if it's his pace or his dribbling that's more impressive. I really can't decipher. If you use this foot item, he's got a lot of offensive characteristics, and I would like to reintroduce or reconfirm or make a point that traits matter with dribbling. When you're looking at speed dribbler, technical dribbler, it's very much so noticed when you're cutting inside, you're looking for lateral quickness, you want to break out, you need to get in behind. It is all relevant. Saint Maximin. foot freeze, even though he's hot inside. He's got the coat on. The Saint will exercise an extraction that's called an exorcism. It's a lot of wordplay for saying that he's going to be busy on Sundays. Some may call this a rage quit on the weekend. To his or her own, his, her own, her, his own, to his, their own. Either way, the Saint has been blessing these FIFA streets for a couple years now, and with each upgrade comes an improved weapon of choice. He's just explosive and he's juiced up. This is what you're looking for in your wingers. Robin, where do I start? Where do I finish? How many videos have I made that have been complimentary? Outside, we've got New York City energy. People are coming back to the city, and we have cars that are beeping. One of the most enjoyable foot items in FIFA 21, hands down. I don't care that he's one-footed. The movement, the decision-making, the natural integration with understanding when to make runs, when to sit back, how to chauffeur the ball, just the overall free flow. Wonderful. Absolute pleasure. Mbappe. How could I make a list that doesn't include him when we're looking at dribbling? I don't really mind which version you choose. I'm not co-signing or recommending the newest and also the highest rated outside of his team of the year with the player of the month version or iteration, mainly because of price point, and I haven't used that item. I haven't gone up against that item, so I didn't want to put him into a video without having that experience, but I'm pretty comfortable. You could pick and choose any Mbappe, and you're gonna have that jig and scoop, which sounds like a new dance move with an upcoming rap song. Instead of Juju on the beat, you've got a jig and scoop with Mbappe. I hope that's not a bunch of cringe, but Mbappe's been dominant early on, middle of the year, and the same will be said late stage FIFA. El Shaarawy! Can I just leave it there? Do I really need the detail? If you've used them, you can confirm. There is no way that you're watching this video and El Shaarawy is not in your top 15 for dribbling. I'll wait. If he isn't, please comment below. I would love to see your 15 names that do not include El Shaarawy. You didn't complete the SBC. Money Mahrez. Savage on the block. Absolute dealer in skill moves. He might have a 6 or a 7 star. Mahrez, you often know what could be coming. You realize your opposition is going to challenge you, but he's got a level of deception that just pushes onward and upwards compared to the competition. Talk about a natural ability to be evasive, to make midfielders and defenders miss. And if you're nice with the cancellations, he's got every qualification in this subject. Should we make him a professor? Your mother's favorite finesse shot? Reminds me of the And One mixtape tour. If you're running back the years, basketball with the crossover, Allen Iverson, Money Mahrez, same category. You're going to enjoy using Mahrez if you are nice with the skills and you like that crisp first touch. Frankly, I thought Messi would be number 1. I'll explain. I'll digest. I'll give you additional details. You could pick a version. I got the 96. You can go with the 95, the 94, the 93. They all would be in this area or this portion of my personal list. I complain sometimes about Messi's sprint speed. I complain sometimes about his stamina, but I do not ever provide any negative feedback around his dribbling, his turning, his touches. Unbelievable. You can read or anticipate what's going to happen in terms of understanding that he wants to cut inside of that left foot. That doesn't mean you're getting the ball. The way that Messi's kind of able to rock the boat, pretty special. As it should be. It's Messi, but this is where he deserves to be. Some of you may have him at the top. I think it's a no-brainer. He's in your top 5. And once again, you can pick any of the versions or iterations of this foot item. And rounding this out, I've got Neymar. And I just think he gives you a little extra something. Still has all the little turns and nuances and the intricacies and maybe even the intimate details that are needed to always unlock lanes of space, to open doors, to walk through those doors, to get past the red light, green light, to be able to penetrate the box. And then to add into the equation are those 5-star skills, which I believe just slightly separates him from Messi. And I'm not talking about ability of who's better on the virtual pitch. I keep saying that for a reason, but if we're just looking at dribbling, Neymar gives you additional skill moves to go with a lot of Messi-esque touches that I feel is noticeable and makes him more unpredictable. I just prefer the dribbling package that Neymar has. It's a small detail, and at the end of the day, this is my opinion. That's why I keep telling you, comment down below. I want to know who stands out. I'm sure I've left off many names. In fact, I had a big list of names of players that have high dribbling that we didn't talk about. Whether it's the Sanchos or the Morales or the Saka, there's a lot of players. Putting together a top 15 with dribbling will include you leaving a lot of big names, big stat lines off your list. Inevitable. Thanks again for watching. If you've enjoyed everything, please drop some love on the video. It's free to subscribe. There is a button down below. You can hit that button. I appreciate all the constant support. We're uploading daily. I'm looking forward to a lot of the comments as well. We can go back and forth, have some of that open dialogue, that communication, because there's going to be a lot of debate with this video. And we also are looking at strongest players for the next video within this series. But I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.